Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going, everybody? I picked these guys up off the street on the way here.
Yeah.
They were looking like they needed somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Snowing sideways.
It's snowing sideways, and it was like, you know what? It's real cold outside. These guys look like they need a place to come hang out. So,
Thanks for
so
having
here
us.
we are. Yeah.
Come into the warm studio.
Nice and warm in here.
Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it is nice and warm. What's up, Dave? What's up, Anthony? Yeah, lots of the dudes.
Oh, yeah,
at the
happy
beginning
Wednesday.
here, regulars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have you guys here, man. Frick, like, obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, this is, we'll do intros. This is Rob. Rob, introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Rob. I'm the singer of Higherlows.
Nice. I'm Paul, and I am the bass player / backup vocalist of Higherlows.
Backup vocalist.
Yeah, well,
Damn right.
you know,
Sounds degrading.
well, I don't sing all the time.
No,
You know, so
You say, no, I know. I'm gonna just troll you guys both super
That's
hard now
good.
that you're in my
Good.
world now.
yeah,
Just
put
do
us
it.
on the spot as much as you can.
I'm Derek Eastfeld. I'm the vice president of Rev Amplification. Thanks for being here tonight.
What's up, Derek?
Yeah.
What's up? So I mean, for anyone who knows, we play in Higherlows together, but we've been friends for much longer than that. So it's cool to have you guys here.
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
thanks, man. It's,
Glad to be here.
yeah, it is cool.
We
Stoked.
shot a video here not long ago that'll be coming out soon. You guys have been here, but yeah, it's been cool
Yeah.
to like have you guys come hang as we get the space going and.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
Love
time
the
we
studio.
Yeah, every time we come out, there's something new going on.
There's
So it's pretty.
more shit cluttering the building.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
Cluttering,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
building,
all good signs.
growing.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up? Kyle's here. Oh, heck yeah. It's about PBR time. Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Derek's lost weight. Yeah, it is all the beer league hockey.
Yeah, Derek plays beer league as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these guys are both
Nice,
beer league
we're,
champions.
Have to go to the
Yeah,
ODRs.
we play against each other actually, and I think the games and playoffs are gonna get a little heated.
Pretty tight.
Pretty tight. Yeah.
Oh, Marie ratted on me. Damn it. Derek says as if you got Pietro's, man. Dude, Aline's, if they didn't take an hour and a half to make a pizza, I would do it, but they take too long, and I always get busy during the day with shop stuff, and then it's like, shit, we need food.
Yeah, that was good.
and
pizza,
then they'll do it quicker. It's okay. I'll reimburse the company account for that one, Derek. It's all good.
Yeah, it's pretty good pizza.
Maddie,
Pretty
I
good pizza.
have to talk with Maddie. We were saying before, like, Derek really likes this place in town in Ildeshane called Aline's, and Maddie, who is one of our main pedal builders, really likes Pietro's, and they have this rivalry going. And I was walking in today with the pizzas, and Marie's like, I'm taking a picture, and I'm going to send it to Derek. I was like, don't do that. And then she did. So,
Yeah.
we're clustering out the where now? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's nice to have so many people here and
Yeah.
to have the boys here. Derek's a good hockey player. I don't know if you guys saw the winter test facility video, but he nailed a G4 bar down pretty hard.
Ooh.
So
I think I saw that one. Yeah, I didn't
saw
see
that.
the
Oh, really?
No, I don't know if that's
that was like
exists.
we did that contest where we actually went to Southdale Community Center where Brendan just had our guitar player Derek, actually, our guitar player Brendan just had his wedding social at the community center that we shot the winter test facility video at. But we did
okay.
it was like Rev's winter testing facility where it was like a factory tour in the hockey rink, and yeah, Derek had to like smack a pedal bar down and kept nailing it. So
Nice. First
That's
take
funny.
or what?
I don't know how many.
Second
It was a few takes. He was doing it pretty consistently.
That's
but,
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice with Blake Wheeler's stick. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They saw it. They specced out the sticks.
Yeah,
you guys
sick
actually-
curve, sick
game
curve on
used.
there.
Yeah. Sick
yeah,
curve.
sick curve.
What do you prefer?
I think I'm a P, one of my P19 kind of guy. P91. That's what it is. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
it's the Sakic. It's the Sakic curve,
Yeah, I
the
don't
old
know.
one. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's.
I think I'm
it's
just a
pretty
Taylor
good.
Hall or a Paul Coffey back in the day.
Sherwood, Paul Coffey kind of guy.
Yeah.
Eh?
The Paul Coffey curve. That's legendary.
Wait, that's not our rank. Sorry, no, that's in the back. That was actually our building.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
We own that rink.
That's our ring.
Don't you guys work out
All
there
of-
with elves and stuff?
all
Isn't
of
that what I saw
Canada.
in that
Yeah,
video?
the elves came down. They come down
Yeah.
once a year.
All of Canada is one big hockey rink.
Yeah, it is. Right now it is. It's actually Derek, you're lucky to be down south right now, man. It's like snowing sideways today, as Paul was saying. Like it's horrible outside
nasty.
today.
Yeah, it is. It's not great, but
No.
hopefully it only lasts
Yeah.
a day or two.
A fortnight.
A fortnight.
A fortnight.
No building.
No building.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess kind of what we're in, like, obviously as I was saying, we've been pals for a while. We all grew up, I think, like within probably a 4 or 5 minute walk of each other.
Yeah.
And have
Yeah.
played music together. I think EFEB was your first band, eh?
Yeah, EFEB was my first band, not any of your guys's, but yeah, I grew up playing music my whole life, but I never really joined a band until after high school. I played in jazz bands and wind ensembles and that sort of stuff, but
The good shit.
never played in a rock band. So yeah, Escape from Echo Base was definitely my first experience playing
Yeah.
rock music on stage, and
Yeah.
it's definitely a little bit different than playing the string bass on
Yeah.
stage somewhere. But yeah.
Absolutely. String bass is way harder.
Yeah, string bass is definitely tough. Yeah.
Do you have one? Do you have
I
one
used
still?
to have one, but
Yeah.
sold it. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad had one kicking around for a while when he was doing theater stuff. It's like I would try to like. Generally, if I see a string instrument, I'll try to just pick it up and have fun with it. And it's like, man, I can't play this at all. It's so hard. Got a couple questions here. Went up to 15 here today. Robbie's, you're in Ontario, right? Yeah. It's been a damn cold spring this year. Rev have a pedal that does headphones. I don't know. We haven't thought about that, but we're always open to taking suggestions. So if you think that'd be cool, then we'll pass it on to the man, Dan himself. No snow in Vancouver. I bet there's no snow in Vancouver. That's because Vancouver is
lucky.
awesome. Yeah.
It's the place to be.
Absolutely. I love
Never
going
been.
out there. Stuck at the moment, what to do, thanks in advance. Well, I mean, if you're looking for like a headphone solution, like the D20s and the G20s do have that, and you don't need to have it hooked up to like an interface or anything like that. Like you can just plug, like we're actually running the direct audio off the back of these heads, and plugging into the front of them is similar to what you'd hear, like what we're getting right now. So obviously a little bit more expensive. I know that like Two Notes does have those. Sorry, I'm going to go on the gear tangent
yeah.
for now.
Do it.
Two Notes does have the preamp pedals and also like the cab M and stuff like that. And the D20 unit is similar to what's in the cab M, and that's kind of an affordable like pedal board version of that type of thing. So yeah, that'd be a good thing to check out. Two Notes basically makes like a, like, you know how we did the cabinet simulation in this, they make like unpowered versions of them, so they have like solid state preamps and cab simulation, so you can do it like on a pedal board without anything actually being powered, and just like plug it direct and have like front end and back end
That's
simulation.
Convenient.
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
Yeah, I know a lot of like worship dudes and like church dudes like those types of rigs.
That's literally my rig right now.
Is that actually your rig, Manny?
Yeah, the cab M with the
cab M?
clean.
That's with the lake clean.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, worship dudes like it, man. He's like, yeah, like me.
Yeah, that's my fly rig because it's just so easy.
That's actually sick. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
totally like unpowered, so like you never have to worry about anything. Like you just
Yeah.
plug it. Does the cab M do stereo?
No, but the way that I run it, so I run my cab M before my wet effects. So then my reverbs and delays go stereo out into my DI.
Cool.
My stereo DI, yeah.
Nice. Alex, I know this will kind of negate what we can see on the screen, but is there any way we can get the comments just one size bigger? Because my eyes are bad. Thank you. Sorry. Oh man, I feel like I've got boomer vision.
Hey,
Fly rig.
boomer.
Where are you flying to? Manny does a decent amount of stuff in Nashville actually with Jordan St. Cyr. Yeah, lots of stuff like that. Yeah, but that's great when you can just check your whole friggin' pedal board and not have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's nice and easy.
Baby.
Yeah. Sandy Wood about his D20 during his live stream. He plugged it in and played some awesome riffs, like through a bunch of his pedals. Nice, dude. That's sick. Andy is a terrifying guitar player. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
that's even bigger, that writing now.
That's nice, eh?
Look at that.
Kind of see it now.
Nice and big.
Can you see this, old man? Well, didn't we send you something for free? Don't make fun of me. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's
It's
what
actually better if you write in caps like that.
I,
so
I
it's
feel
all-
like it's like the Simpsons thing where it's like old man yells at cloud,
Yeah.
where it's like I'm just mad that I can't see the screen.
just
It's
mad
like, yeah.
for the sake of being mad.
Went from, yo, you know, lower highs. Let's do that. Like, not let's become higher lows. Yeah, honestly, it was funny because like we came up with that name and then we were like Googling it to see if there was another band name, and everything that was coming up was like stock trading pages.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like, so it was like, oh, if we
Totally
do the
stock
one
stuff,
word,
yeah.
if we do the one word thing, then perhaps we can not get mixed up with a bunch of like trading pages.
Yeah.
But
I haven't
sure.
Googled higher lows as one word yet, but we'll see.
I don't think there's any one worders, but
We
like
might get
higher
some
lows, like even
Spotifys.
with anything else pertaining to music, it's almost all like stock trading
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So no, the name is not related to that.
Yeah, it didn't
was-
have
yeah,
anything to do with like I don't
Being
know, it
low
just
or
sounded
anything
good.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just sounded.
Someone's, maybe Sam said it, I think, and it kind of just had a good ring to it, and we all
Yeah, the oxymoron.
we
name.
put it at the top of the list, and we're like, are there any other suggestions? And
Yeah, we
Hell
sat on
yeah.
it for so long. I think we literally had the masters of Fog and Out of Mind, and we're like, okay, what's
need a
the band name?
Yeah.
We're like, have we decided this? Like,
We need a
that was
name.
pretty much it. And I think we picked that just because that was like our favorite choice at the time. But it was funny, even like Alex Latinsky from AM Overcast, we were hanging out with him because he works for Richardson Wealth, and he's like, is it like a stock thing? And we're like, no.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's like, all good.
Not even close.
But
Not even close.
yeah, that was funny. What's your first song?
IPO.
Gonna be To the Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So your
should
second
just
LP should be
stonk it out.
titled IPO. Yeah, exactly. Get your stocks
Right.
now.
That's awesome.
Free pop punk riffs included. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess that was kind of where and we were just talking about like, yeah, we've known each other like for a lot longer than this band has existed, and even Escape from Echo Base has existed. But
Yeah.
like Escape from Echo Base, for anyone who doesn't know, and you may not, but like we played in like Robin, Paul, and I, and our drummer Jordan played in like kind of like a melodic hardcore band, like definitely quite a bit heavier than what we're doing with Higherlows. And yeah, it wasn't like there was really any issues with any of that. I think like during like there was a period of time where I think EFEB just kind of took EFEB, Escape from Echo Base, for anyone who doesn't know, because we'll just say that.
Yeah,
People
we
be
ac-
like,
we
what-
acronym it.
people will be like, what the heck are you talking about?
We got
Yeah,
way
no.
too lazy saying that too much.
EFEB. Yeah, Escape
Yeah,
from Echo Base
acronym.
is a lot of syllables.
Yeah.
So,
It's a mouthful.
but yeah, it wasn't like there was really anything that we weren't happy with that. But I think just based off of a lot of like life things and kind of the start of the pandemic, it ended up just kind of not being as much of a thing. And then I feel like we had been doing that for a while, and kind of when we went back to doing it, it sounds dumb to say, but it just didn't really feel like the same thing. So I think like with starting a new band or like a rebrand or anything like that, like it kind of just felt fresh mentally, and like because we had kind of been doing our own thing for a while, and like this literally came from just hanging out and like
And we were living together at the time.
yeah, Paul and I lived
Yeah,
together
nice.
for like 3 years.
Yeah,
3
3
years?
years. Just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much exactly 3 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was in the basement, so it gave us, even during like it was a little bit before the pandemic that we started this, right?
Yeah.
Just like a tiny bit before.
Yeah.
So we had the chance to like collab and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had like the initial
Yeah.
ideas, and I think from getting like getting together with Eva, we kind of took a break, and I feel like we were not like burnt out on that direction of music, but I feel like a lot of us had been playing heavier music for a while, and that was kind of what we were embedded in. Just we're kind of taking more interest in different types of styles of music and stuff like that, and I guess that was kind of when it felt like a different thing, as opposed to like even writing songs on our own. You know, like it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, what makes you want to do this as a band versus just doing it yourself. But like even that for myself, like I was trying to write some solo music at the time, and this felt kind of different, but it didn't feel like EFEB, but it didn't feel like anything else. And then I feel like, you know, you guys had a couple demos of songs, one of which
Yeah,
is
sitting on the back burner.
Yeah.
one of which is Fog, which is sweet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of wrote like the rhythms and the guitar parts for that song like years ago. Just
Yeah.
one of
Yeah,
those
isn't-
things.
Isn't
like,
that a riff you would just always pick up the
yeah,
guitar?
you
and
pick
just
up your
play?
guitar, play a riff or whatever, and
And that was the riff you
then
go
I was
to.
like, okay, let's turn this into a song or whatever. And it was just
Didn't you like tab it out on Guitar Pro or something? like
I
that?
might
Power
have.
Power tab or whatever.
Would have been Guitar Pro version 5, so that would have been old, but
yeah.
Yeah.
5.0.
I think I remember hearing a version of this on Guitar Pro in like 2014.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can hear like the
ridiculous.
MIDI like acoustic.
That's what we went off of, I think, to track
Yeah.
like the initial demo on my old HP computer on Cubase.
Did you have the fan blowing on it?
Cubase.
Too?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had
Rob literally, or Paul literally had like a portable fan like set up on the computer, just blowing on it because
Yeah.
it was so hot.
The laptop
I
fan.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was insane. If
That
I didn't
was
have that
ghetto.
on,
It would
the
just
computer would
explode.
just the computer would just shut off from overheating.
Running like a cracked version of Cubase 6.
No, it was legit, but it was the artist version.
Right.
Yeah, that I
Right.
got with the interface. But
Those were the days.
Yeah. Buy like the M Audio, or the Presonus audio box and get like the Cubase LE thing. Or
just
like,
had the most terrible sounding drum VSTs and stuff like that. Just
yeah, Easy Drummer.
easy drummer, yeah.
yeah.
Or not even easy drummer.
We
It's the
legit need to
worst.
take some of these song name suggestions. The song is called Avoid Capital Gains with the 1031 Exchange. That's sick.
That's such a mid 2000s emo song
Yeah,
name. I
that's a
feel like.
Boney.
Yeah,
song.
yeah. I literally turn all of these like stock quotes into post-hardcore songs.
It's a Fear Before the March of Flame song right there.
That's funny.
2/4, half a liter.
Yeah. But yeah.
Nice.
So I guess that was kind of how this got going. It's like we all just had various things going on and had taken a break from like really actively like seeking out writing songs, which sounds silly, but I feel like the difference with this was we just had stuff that we kind of unconsciously were sitting on. Like, it wasn't like we sat down, it's like, okay, I'm going to try to write a song in this style. This was just stuff that we were like getting together and jamming on, and it just felt like less forced, because I think a lot of the ideas we didn't even really consciously, like, at least the root idea for Fog wasn't like consciously sitting down being like writing anything. It just was one of those things that was around, and like because we were hanging and it felt good to jam on, it kind of turned into something. And then like that song, like Fog, led to this band existing, basically.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
guess that was pretty much the first.
Yeah,
one
we
did.
basically tracked the pre-pro for it, and then you came up with the Dublin riff that Brendan calls it the Dublin riff.
The Dublin riff,
Lead,
which
yeah.
is
The little lead.
It's very Celtic. So yeah, your initial
we-
chord thing. So also too, the dadgad tuning, like
Yeah, I
we use
was
this
gonna say
weird
that.
we use this weird dadgad tuning as well, but you don't like it. You like
Yeah,
you just
I
like
just like
standard.
Rob wrote the song in standard, but
Yeah.
then we tracked it initially or I tracked my guitar in dadgad, and then he just tracked his guitar in standard, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. And then we ended up
Yeah.
retracking in dadgad. But yeah.
And I will say, like, for that key, because it's in, I guess we're down a half step, so it's in B flat minor, but it's played in B minor, and I guess in dadgad, the relative major would be, like, D major would be B minor, so you get, like, a lot of that.
Openness,
Yeah,
Like, a lot of those really cool
as
accordion
opposed to
overtones.
just-
you leave those two top strings open, and it just
Yeah.
creates that kind of
Which I do like playing in B minor and standard too, but like with specifically with this song, like all the leads pretty much revolve around having these open.
Yeah, it jumps around a lot.
Ah. Cool. But your initial riff was just
The initial lead or the initial like
just the progression,
yeah,
the classic.
just the standard. Yeah, that was good to just rip, especially like the open D with
The open D major. Yeah.
That's kind of what did it for me.
Yeah.
get that fullness.
So like, yeah, I guess in terms of like, you kind of had that initial idea and then came in and we just kind of all added our different like layers to it. Yeah.
I had like a
kinda-
shitty ass lead, and then you like
Mark Holcomb
kind of
meets
took the
pop
same
punk.
notes.
That's
and,
funny.
nice. That's kind of, I mean, well, that like,
That's a good compliment.
like
Yeah.
influence wise, I guess we come from different places.
We all kind of gather
like
on Periphery though, for sure.
Yeah. They were. Oh yeah,
We all-
Periphery 1 was like legitimately a game-changing album for so many things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool how we all come from a little bit different
Like
I don't know,
backgrounds in that regard.
backgrounds and yeah.
Because we
Our
must like.
influences
So I
are a
guess
little
we started like EFA was your first band, but you played in a few bands locally. Like,
yeah, I played in a band called Wear Your Wounds. I don't know if anyone checked us out back in the day.
Winnipeg guys.
We played at the
checked.
zoo a lot and stuff. It was
Yeah.
sweet.
It was there was some
And, yeah.
fucking good
Man,
riffs.
those are
man.
some bangers.
Yeah,
was
there
just
was
playing
you
guitar
guys
and
had some
Misery Signals core.
bass
Yeah,
riffs.
we were just trying to be Misery Signals and Thrice, and
And like
that was our favorite bands at the time. Still are, but
Yeah.
you guys were really good. I definitely went to more than 10 of your shows and
nice.
enjoyed every single one for sure.
Well, thanks for coming.
Back in the day
10
when
years
we would
ago.
Charles says sounds scabby. Where
Yeah.
your wounds?
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
then we found out the singer from
Basically a scab.
the singer from Converge, Jacob Bannon, started a thing called Wear Your Wounds as well.
But he did the one
Yeah.
word thing like we did with Higherlows. So
Yeah,
it's like
so-
different. Yeah,
That's crazy,
it's
eh?
funny.
I think our MySpace got shut down, or our Facebook.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pure volume.
Yeah,
Pure
complaint.
Volume, man. Pure Volume makes me think of like 8th grade. That was like the original, wasn't it?
That's
Was
how,
That might have been one of the first
Was
like,
Pure Volume before MySpace?
music.
that's how we found
Yeah.
out about the Bled.
The Bled. Oh man, I
Bled.
forgot about the Bled. Dude.
Red Wedding. and Dale
Yeah.
Earnhardt
Oh, yeah.
seatbelt.
Frick, that's awesome.
Yeah, good
2003,
tunes.
2004. A good
My
year.
my
music.
I guess Annex Theory wasn't my first band, but it was like my first like band that wasn't just like me and a couple of high school buddies just drinking and doing stupid stuff. But like we played with Wear Your Wounds like a few times and played
Yeah.
several shows before.
Yeah.
We,
At the Red Road Lodge.
The Red Road
oh
Lodge.
man, yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was like
It's a good
that
time.
was pre Annex Theory. I think that was like my first. That was like
Yeah,
Siren's
you were
House.
definitely still under 18 then.
Yeah, I was probably 15 at that show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, yeah,
That's funny.
18,
Yeah.
19.
It was the original Garage Band site. That's where I found Threat. Oh, dude, Threat Signal, 100%.
Oh, yeah, Threat Signal.
Yeah, I remember actually finding Threat Signal on Pure Volume, like before Under
Nice.
Reprisal came out when they had like the rationalized demo. Yeah. Have a good night, dude. See you later.
See you,
Thanks,
man.
Jeff. Yeah. I remember hearing the Rational Eyes demo on. It must have been Pure Volume because I was like, I remember on my school like MySpace was blocked. But Pure
It's on the
Volume wasn't
proxy.
blocked, so you could still
that's
you
right. I
could still
remember
stream
that.
music on.
Same with the Fat Wreck website. You go to the Fat Wreck website and listen to like the little like they had like 2 songs from each band you could listen to.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I would always pump Rise Against.
Old Rise Against for sure. Yeah.
Fuck off
Black
with
Masks and Hand Grenades or whatever that album's called.
I feel like
Rise
we're
of Gasoline.
Yeah.
hand grenade.
Isn't that
The,
the,
the
that's
other,
a
the
song.
other,
That one
the-
has a hand grenade on
the
it.
Yeah,
other
it's
thing
got a
that
hand
sounds like a
grenade.
metalcore band.
Yeah.
Which one?
No, I just like some other word that sounds like a metalcore band.
Oh yeah,
Hand
hand
grenade.
grenade. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess like we all came from like. I guess kind
Similar.
of similar, but like
different.
heavier. Like you guys came from more of like the punk side of things, and I guess back in the day I was like straight into the metal stuff. I feel like I
Yeah, who are your influences growing up?
it changed a lot, but like I remember, like when I first started playing guitar, I was like obviously like Metallica and shit like that because I was in like junior high and just I started playing guitar in like
Were you a Van
probably
Halen
fourth
guy?
grade. Not like religiously.
Panama?
Not like religiously. What's up, Rex? Good to see you, man. You're in Vegas right now?
Oh
Oh,
shit.
you're at the Grammys, dude. That's
What?
sick. Do you get to see
That's
Mateus
sick.
rip it up with Silk Sonic? That's unreal. Anyways, sorry. Yeah.
Did you
There.
see
Oh
the,
wow, that verb was
There it
clutch.
Oh, sick.
That was sick.
Do you see
Oh,
Beyonce
yeah, that was
there?
nice.
Was she there?
Do you see who else? Who's the most famous person you saw there?
Rex, who did you meet? Did you meet the Grammys?
Yeah.
Did you meet Billie Eilish?
Attack.
Dude, the singer I heard was One Last Breath by Threats in a. Yeah, dude, straight up like that stuff. I will say they were. Sorry, we're kind of digressing there. It started with like more the thrash stuff, like when I was picking up guitar, because like I just heard fast stuff and thought it was cool, like wanted to play it. But like in terms of like
Same.
the metal path, yeah, like I started more down the metal road right away, and like yeah, actually Threat Signal was one of the bands. I got into like the obviously like Lamb of God and Killswitch, like were big bands.
yeah.
I was big into like the kind of the
Killswitch.
Switch
metalcore.
is like the metalcore band.
Yeah, I've always been into like
The gateway.
the big anthemic
Yeah.
chorus thing. So like the first time I heard Killswitch, where it's like cool riffs and then it's like these big hooky catchy choruses, it was like, oh yeah, that's sick. And they were like the in the metalcore scene, I guess back in like the early 2000s, they were really doing that more so. So like them and like early As LA Dying, like Shadows for Security, like that type of stuff. A lot of the metalcore stuff.
Were
And
you-
then-
Yeah, I was.
Did you listen to
into that
At the
for sure.
Gates at all?
Yeah, totally. They were more like the death metal thing though. But I was gonna say, yeah, that kind of
No.
crossed over once I like Threat Signal. I heard just randomly on Pure Volume, and that got me more into like the math metal stuff. So through that, I discovered like because they're like, oh, Meshuggah's our favorite band. So I was like, oh, I gotta check out Meshuggah, and then I was like,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
this is crazy.
There's not much more crazy
So
than Meshuggah.
that ended
Yeah.
up, and then that led to like Periphery,
The best.
which is funny because like I feel like now Periphery is like the gateway band to those bands.
Favorite
But-
record.
So
but
you didn't
like,
really have an emo phase, is what you're saying.
I was 30 when I had my emo phase.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
Apparently.
But no, like I definitely took.
I had an emo phase.
Yeah.
Still in it.
Yeah, Rob had an emo phase for sure.
I don't know. Definitely high school.
Black hair.
Dyed my hair black. Yeah, that was
Oh
sick.
man, I cannot imagine that. You just
that
look like
was sick.
Jordan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
It was legit.
yeah. Obituary, that was a good one too. Any of the Ferret Records stuff, dude. Yeah,
Oh, Fair Records.
Derek, Misery Signals. I think we were just talking about this before we started the stream. Like, I would say that Misery Signals probably melodically is like the most influential band for me ever. Like the kind of
Yeah.
the pretty dissonant like spaciness and all that stuff
Yeah.
is just so sick. I
And
remember
the
hearing
heaviness
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure this.
combined with that is just like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this
the best.
guy or his brother Jordan, our drummer, showed me the failsafe at in
Yeah.
high school
that. You were
one
playing,
day.
you were playing
And
that earlier.
Yeah, that's that chord.
oh yeah,
I feel like there's so many
Or the-
like 2006 metalcores.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's
so
I could
good.
write like 10 songs off that in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But any of those, like, yeah,
That's
like
the
those,
best.
those kind of like denser, prettier melodic chords and stuff like that. I feel like, yeah, we all share that type of like taste. I
Yeah,
guess that
for sure.
was kind of the common thread, like whether it was like you guys coming from more of like a punk scene or me coming from more of a metal scene. It was kind of that melodic taste that we really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Which I think was like, yeah, why.
Not just straight heaviness.
Yeah, and I think with
For sure.
with EFEB, I think kind of went into it with an idea ahead of time of what we wanted the band to sound like. Whereas with this, I feel like it kind of became more of a product of just what we were like subconsciously playing without really putting a lot of thought,
there wasn't, like,
thought into like
wasn't a
what,
huge end goal in mind. It was just like, let's just write songs and
Yeah.
I'll send them to
Fun
you,
riffs.
and you tell me what could be better, and I'll do the same for you, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
let's all be open to suggestions and
Yeah.
don't get really. I mean, I don't get butthurt if you tell me like,
Yeah.
we should switch this
That
up.
sucks.
I'm so open to that.
I think that's the thing too. Though is like we were saying. Oh, he says play failsafe. Play the clean part.
Oh yeah.
You were playing it before we go on. Rob, play the clean part
Play it.
with the verb.
Pressure's on.
Yeah. All this
That's the
thing.
one. That's the best chord.
Yeah, where it's like if on its own you just get like, but then when you
Yeah.
play with everything else, it's like, oh man, that's nice. It has this tension to it, and it's really cool. And like,
I have a vivid memory of me walking my dog with my headphones in, listening to that, and just being like, holy shit, this is like.
Yeah, the first time I
It's a
heard
game
that, I was
changer.
like,
Yeah.
the best shit I
Game
ever heard
changer
ever.
for
So.
sure.
yeah, I never heard a band that did it that way.
That was like the first like. I don't really come from listening to heavy music, so at the time that was probably like the heaviest band that I was listening to,
Right.
and that was probably like my favorite band at the same time, just because.
It did both
Instantly.
things.
Yeah,
And
the drums are something I've never heard before.
Yeah.
too. Like
Oh man, I remember them saying too. He tried controller in like an afternoon.
Yeah.
Just
it's-
like what? Like apparently he
One
one
take.
taked every song except for one song, which is like
man,
just
those guys are nuts.
just insane. But yeah, like they were a good example of a band that used that like the heaviness to kind of like empower that melodicness really
sure.
well. I think like they had that translation of like using the heavier side just to give that more depth and like feel, and that was the coolest thing for me for sure.
Yeah, so dope.
Yeah, the Crown,
yeah,
the original lead guitars. Man. Okay, oh, it's Manny now. I was gonna say, Alex, if that's another one already,
Oh,
frig.
God. Hold on.
Can you add reverb to this somehow, or put it in a cave?
No, I don't know.
There it is.
You just breathe into it.
That's just the
Hey man, don't
aura of it coming out.
sick.
don't make fun of my process.
No, that was great. That sounded really good.
Sounded like a Kokanee commercial.
Yeah, where it's like all like frosty and like.
Sorry, Derek, I'm putting my beers on your amp. Sam said it was okay.
I didn't say it was okay. I just said that Derek does. So, we also have the shitty
I won't
cabinet there.
spill.
But, anyway, so I think when we get back to like the idea of like why would you do a band thing versus a solo thing, is I think like with the right mix of people and like. I think this sounds like a silly thing to like stress, and of course we're like a new band, so this isn't like you gotta do this to make your band whatever. But like I think legitimately like having a good relationship with the people in your band before you attempt to do that, and just like know each other and like know how each other work, and like being able to vibe off each other that way is like way more important than musical compatibility. Like if you guys can like work together, and we fortunately all are also kind of
Good friends.
from the same good friends, but we are also from the same musical field. But
Yeah.
but in a situation where like that is what makes a bigger difference to me in projects that I've been involved with than musical compatibility. It's kind of being able to like work on an idea without it being someone being too headstrong about what they want for that idea, rather than just like the greater good of that sound.
Yeah.
And I think where we come from different fields of music, like even again with Fog, you know, when you came in with just like literally the whole song is just the same structure repeating twice with the outro, and it was like
That's pretty basic,
and I came from a
good.
field of like prog stuff where it's like
Yeah, right.
it needs to be this and then go into this section and then go into this section, where it was like, oh no, this is sweet, the structure's there and we can just go through it and then like
Yeah.
kind of just build on each section. So like
Right.
having different sensibilities all around can kind of contribute to that factor. And I feel like obviously where we all do get along and are good buddies and are like in the same sort of like projecting the same thing in terms of what we want as a final product, it's easy. But at the same time, I think the fact that everybody can give that input without it being like a challenge
Yes.
is super important.
Nice
Sam,
and
did you
light.
swap your tubes out or what?
I did actually. Yeah, not in this one though. I will say, Bo actually took this. This is a newer amp. Bo actually took my amp in a different head shell to a gig tonight because he's playing with Monster Truck at the Pyramid tonight.
Oh, yeah,
on his
right.
birthday. Yeah, Bo actually scored a sick.
That's a cool show.
Sick
That's
birthday
awesome.
gig. But
Yeah.
Bo took my amp. I just wanted to leave this head shell here, so we put it into a spare head shell.
Cool.
Oh no, man! I look at bands like projects that should have a start date, a purpose, and an end date. Yeah, man, you can do that too. And that's the thing is like I think like we now are moving into that, but I think we realize that we're in a position to be able to set those dates and stuff like once we kind of felt comfortable with our process and whatnot. And there's definitely like yeah, absolutely like you want to be like in terms of successfully releasing your music, it is very important to set deadlines and kind of schedule everything, but. What drugs are you on, bro? Except for the end date, you should create it.
Lasting eternally. I agree.
Lasting eternally. We can impact on that, right? Yeah, man. Like you, well, but that's exactly it. Like we were literally sitting and we're like, why would we not just be recording this music for ourselves to have? Like that was
Well,
it. It's
yeah,
like,
I
it's
kind of
like-
wanted to say that too. That's almost how it started. Because like literally, I was like, "Hey, Paul." Like I wasn't even like, "Hey, Sam, want to hear this song?" It was kind of like, "Hey, Paul, let's work on this song."
Yeah.
And then it was like, "Hey, let's all work on it together," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was literally just like, I want to put it out, or like I want to record it just to hear it for myself.
Yeah,
more or
I
less.
have this idea that I've been playing forever that I've never
Yeah.
really like tried to turn into something.
But from what it came from to where it is now is quite different, which is, or just like in terms of the lead and the production, and like it's just
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
better than.
Well, yeah, but
my
at the
bullshit
but
riff.
Way
at,
better
but at the
than
same
I've
time,
ever
it
imagined.
started with that idea
Yeah.
and like one of the things that like, you know, we were talking about. Sorry, I have a burp coming and I want to like not blast it directly into my lab.
Yeah, don't blow down.
No,
Frog,
yeah, do not
got a
look down.
frog in there, eh?
Yeah.
Frog throats.
That, yeah, kind of one of the things is like, you know, when do you know that you want to take an idea and develop it into something like that? And like, you know, when do you think it's ready for that? And I think really it's just when it's something that like you're stoked on. And that sounds silly to say, but it's like, you know, again, with a lot of these riffs, they were things that we were really jamming on and comfortable with before. You know, it wasn't like we sat down and it's like, oh, I'm going to write a riff like in this style. You know, like I think if there's something that comes back to you, and like a lot of people always like, not always ask, but like if anyone ever asked me about songwriting stuff, whether it's for this or for my own stuff or like back with the After Image and stuff like that, it was like, how do you write a riff like this? And it's like, honestly, I like most of the time when I make a riff that I really
Freaking
like,
tappy riff.
I can't really, well, those ones you got to calculate a bit more, but like with the main ideas and stuff like that, it's like I don't really remember sitting down and like trying to come up with it. It was just one of those things that I would play, like you were saying with Fog.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
sit on the couch
Yeah,
and just
just
like, oh, this, yeah.
find a good
yeah,
couple chords
it's
that
kind of like the
roll
subconscious
out.
things, and I feel like they're more honest that way too, because like
Yeah.
it's something that again
This came from like,
from whatever you're
Yeah.
feeling and came from a place of just like a
natural.
a natural
Like
place,
natural place,
as
yeah.
opposed to sitting down and trying to be like, I want to write
Pinpoint,
a riff in this key or whatever, and
I want to write a crust punk song.
yeah,
Specifically.
yeah,
Or something.
for sure.
Yeah. No, it's good to like genre,
yeah.
mix genres
Bend.
and stuff.
Genre
yeah,
bend.
genre bend.
For
sure
no
it
one
is.
ended if it must end as a collab with Lou Reed on an album. Thanks, Metallica. Do you guys know that? Do you know that Lulu?
No,
No.
I didn't read. I couldn't see
Metallica
that.
collaborated with that's
Oh,
a,
Lou
that-
Reed. Nice.
Oh.
Metallica collaborated with Lou Reed on an album, and that was that. I will say they came up with something better since then, but
Saw a video of a guy playing the drums along to that Santeria or whatever Saint Anger album,
Santeria.
and he had like an empty garbage can as his snare, and he's like, "Yeah, this sounds great."
Sounded better.
But then he stopped playing, and it was still that same shitty like boop boop boop
Which is
sound,
funny because
like,
Bob
how
Rock is
that
like
snare
a
sounds.
huge producer.
and everyone always rips on it.
I heard a dude that literally went and like re-recorded Saint Anger with and people think
wait.
shit, but like he went and re-recorded the whole thing with an Axe FX and with Superior drummer and like mixed it like 10 years later and it sounded like so much better. Like
I think I heard the other one. I heard like Master of Puppets with Saint Anger drums, and it sounded like
no.
shit.
Oh,
That's the opposite.
That
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
You saw.
Yeah.
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 God, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Good shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess like that's to me kind of the benefit of us all being there is like, you know, even with some of the riffs, like a new song we're working on, I guess bits, but it's called Instilled With Me. It's like one of the new singles that we're going to put out, and it was the same thing. You had that main progression.
Yeah, I was kind of playing just those two chords forever. And then I just couldn't really figure out how to get it together. And I did. But then we expanded on it, we grew on it, we
Yeah,
made the song
and that
what
was the
it
thing is like
but
you came
yeah.
in just with like the root idea of that, and it was like that, and then so it was literally it was the. Yeah,
Changed it a bit, but yeah.
and then the whatever the second riff is, the same thing, and it was kind of the same idea as Fog, where there were like a couple like root ideas that were totally there, and like it was the same thing. You guys had like the same structure kind of repeating, and you're like, here's the song, and then
Basically
listen,
just copy pasted the fast beat.
the
Punk beat, yeah.
the upbeats,
Yeah.
and then for me it's like hearing that like and having the structure already there is like, oh great, like the whole song's here, and where you guys are like, I don't know what to do with this, but it's like no, and I hear it like with a fresh ear or vice versa, like I'll send you guys.
Yeah, we've listened to it for 7 years in this shitty demo version.
Exactly.
And you listen to it with a fresh ear, and you're like, oh.
And that's another benefit is like something that you've been sitting on forever that you might overlook. It's like there's been a couple times where you play something and I'm just like, oh, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's just this thing. And it's like, well, I've never heard it, so like it sounds fresh, and it was so.
Yeah.
So with that song right away, I was like, oh, with those
Fresh set of ears.
like whatever the verse riff is, just like the chorus riff. So it was. Right, hearing that, it's like okay, like the root progression's there. The way that my ear likes that is to like kind of play it like add like a higher register, so then it can be like.
Yeah,
Voicings, right?
good at taking the riff, the bait, or like the
Like,
idea of it,
expanding it,
yeah,
or vice versa, like like even vocally or
Yeah.
like whatever. Like I'll send you one of you guys something, and you'll have a melody for it. So it's like something that you might have kind of like become numb to because you've played it for so long. Someone else might have an idea for it, and I feel like we've written a lot of songs that way. Like whereas like if I'm feeling blocked with something, you guys will send a riff. Or vice versa,
Yeah.
and then it's like because it's a lot of the time it's like getting that initial idea, and sometimes someone else will have that initial idea for you to work on. So, like that, that's
This is a spark of, creative spark, right?
Yeah.
Pimp my riff.
Pimp my riff.
Hit my riff. That's
And don't.
that's Sam's specialty. Yeah.
That's what Brendan called it.
Yeah.
Was that with Kotze? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pimp my riff.
Send him this.
Send a riff, and we'll
Yeah.
turn it into something else. That's basically what it is.
It's happened like
Yeah.
7 times. So it's been good.
And like especially during COVID, like as you were saying, Paul, like we kind of started this idea like right before everything hit.
Everything, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
But we surprisingly wrote a lot of songs really fast, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like COVID like was a really good time. Well, not a really good time. COVID was a horrible time, but a good time for people to like hone
The silver lining of it.
to like hone their craft, and I feel like in a sense had we not had that time, we might not have. I mean, it sounds funny because we've only put 2 songs out, but there's a lot more like I won't say any dates or anything, but like we have a lot of stuff coming out. We've been working on stuff now like over the course of the pandemic for a couple of years, and I feel like had we not had that downtime, we probably would not have accomplished a lot of that.
Totally.
Like
yeah,
it was
would have been too busy. Would have been life got in the way.
Yeah.
But,
So I think like in terms of like starting a band
it's
during the
kinda good,
pandemic specifically, it was a really good time to kind of hone in on like we started it based off of just like kind of the natural chill feeling of it. And as you were saying, Charles, like setting dates and kind of doing that type of stuff obviously is what you want to do, but like I think having those couple years to kind of get into that flow and get our process down before really launching anything was pretty crucial actually. And I feel like for a lot of bands during COVID that was probably the move, or like writing and stuff like that.
What was the top comment there?
Demoitis.
Did
you
you
ever
ever
have
have
demoitis?
Oh yeah,
When you heard the
100%. Dorian
Big
actually
time.
talks about it all the time with vocals because like so
yeah, you get used to hearing it a certain way in the demo, and then when it comes
100%,
time,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to change that, or that's the way it's supposed to be.
I try
Like,
my-
a
I
little
try-
bit, but like
I try my best to like be open. I would
once
say
you
like,
hear once you kind of hear,
after all, it is a
Yeah.
demo, and I feel like
Yeah.
you can only get
Yeah.
better.
I-
Like
I agree. I feel like, with
more
like
time into it.
with
better it
tech
gets.
with tech being what it is now, like it's easy to make a really good sounding demo, and like obviously when you're writing the song, you want, and I'm really bad for this, like I want to convey the idea as good as possible, so I'll try to get like a full mix of the song going, and then I'm so used to hearing it that way that yeah, when you go in to make those changes, it's not that you're against them, but you might not think of them because
Yeah.
you're just so embedded in thinking. And yeah, Dorian, especially with the vocals, like, so Dorian's never been on camera for any of these streams, but you guys hear us talking about him fairly frequently. But Dorian's like our in-house media guy, and he also produced all of our stuff.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, he's
Good guy,
he's,
Dorian.
he's the
Fuck
best.
yeah.
We recorded the instrumental stuff at home, actually. I did my stuff at home and a lot of the programming at home. Paul did bass at home and some of the programming at home. And then we went and did vocals with Dorian. And I remember, yeah, we were like going over all the parts and stuff like that, and like listening back to the tracks and stuff like that. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to get like demoitis."
yeah,
I was like,
that was the first time I had heard
I was
that.
like, what?
term,
He's like,
yeah.
"Yeah." He's like, "You should just go for it." He's like, "Just
Yeah.
go sing it. And just sing
Demoitis.
it how you want to sing it. Just like don't think about that." I was like, "Well, like it's that fine line of like you want to go in prepared and you want to have like your ducks in a row so that when you're going in to pay for a studio for the day, you're getting your stuff done. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you don't want to be embedded in what you think it should
It
be."
has to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I would say so. Like especially like we try to. I try to, and you guys as well. Like we try to actually demo stuff like close to how we want to send to convey the idea. But yeah, at the same time, it's hard not to get married to that. So
Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
sounds good.
But yeah, in terms of like during the pandemic, I feel like we kind of did.
Scratch the mic. Hold my beer better here.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of time to get that going before we really launched everything, and I feel like that was the one thing I could say. I mean, obviously the pandemic is nearing an end, but that was, I feel like,
Hopefully,
it was just a shift, like from doing lots of shows and stuff like that to doing more back end stuff, and I think like having that time to refine that was pretty crucial.
yeah.
And also
yeah,
like
it's
we also had to
big time.
focus on like writing remotely on Zoom and stuff, and like
I was gonna say
Yeah.
having a station at home with Logic really
Yeah, I was
truly helps.
I was gonna
and-
say we set up a little
Yeah.
vocal booth in my closet at the time. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the
I
basement.
lined it with foam and blankets and pillows and shit, and
Yeah.
tried to dampen it as much as we could. But
since we couldn't actually go into the
Rob would
studio to do
Rob
it.
would be in my closet for
Under
about
the
an
stairs.
hour straight under
Yeah.
the stairs. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
hammering out demos.
Which is now there's just a bunch of garbage in there.
Oh yeah,
Storage space.
Yeah, there you
Storage
go.
space.
there you go.
But
I like Derek's comment about the blending in.
You guys are blending
With
in
the
with the
Aristides?
Aristides.
Same.
yeah, oh wow, we're matching. I didn't even realize that.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy crap, I didn't even realize
Jeez.
that either.
Total
Wow, that was
accident.
Good call.
unintentional.
Good call, Derek. Should they switch?
We're like
guitars
literally
or what?
purple,
Yeah.
gray with the Aristides. That's funny.
funny.
Didn't even realize that.
Is it visually appealing or like the opposite of appealing?
No, it's sleek.
Is it green screen effect for their
Green screen effect. Just like blending in with the head.
Anyways, hello to
too.
my little birds, Emmett and Todd. What's up, Emmett? What's up, Todd? How's it going?
Oh, what?
They
Emmett
dig
Todd? That's
they
sick.
dig Rev and PBR. They got good taste.
Nice.
Let's
Wow.
go. What's up,
The
Emmett and
heck?
Todd? How's it going?
Dang.
Play your favorite tune from this project you're working on. Just give us a taste. Yeah, sure. Do you want to play? I don't know what's. Well, that was Instilled was a good one. We could play some Out of Mind stuff. I like that
I
one.
don't play-
A
yeah.
bit- I feel like
The
Fog.
lead in bits. Or-
I'm trying to think of what you know how to play on guitar because Rob
Yeah.
doesn't. So Rob is our lead singer. Rob does not actually play guitar in this band.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
Pretty sloppy, but
Rob wrote a couple of the initial ideas for a few of our songs, and there's more coming out. But yeah, in
Yeah.
the band you actually
just sing.
just sing. So Rob doesn't actually know how to play all the songs
Yeah.
on guitar, but you knew Fog.
I can make
So that worked out.
I can make it through or make it
But
through the verse or the
yeah,
chorus.
I'll turn it to Adam.
Maybe not the verse.
We could
but
do like the bridge part into the chorus.
Yeah, we
of
could
Fog
do
or
some of that.
something.
That one's fun, and I guess we could kind of talk a little bit about the writing with that one too. But yeah, in terms of COVID stuff, yeah, like finding ways to kind of stay productive digitally, remotely. Like we do the thing where we go on Zoom, and then I end up sending you like the Logic session once we're done, so everybody can put their stuff in, and like I will say that kind of trying to stay savvy with that type of stuff was extremely helpful. And also too,
Yeah.
like, again, we're obviously fresh and working on a lot of new stuff, but kind of knowing, like, being able to launch online and kind of have stuff planned for, like, I feel like having the time off in COVID allowed us to plan for like several months worth of stuff before we actually decided to go up and release it. And I would say that
kind
is
of let us get a game plan.
yeah, like
set in
kind of
place.
having stuff on the docket ready to go is also pretty important, and also having a way
better
to
if they dug
promote it
Heineken.
online. But
Yeah.
I like Heineken. Paul, you usually drink Heineken.
Heineken's
I
alright.
like Heineken.
I dig it. I dig all beers,
Rob likes all alcohol.
except for Stone Cold or like Lucky Extra
Lucky extra.
or Brew House. Not a
Cold
fan.
shots.
cold shots. Oh man, I haven't cold shots since like high school.
So what
sorry,
are we doing?
we can do Out of Mind. So yeah, this song literally was based on 2 chords. like the whole song is based on it's just an E flat minor, and yeah, I just liked these kind of chords, which is just like the classic metalcore like root 5th, 9th thing. But I think, as we were talking before, like melodically, like we're big fans of like the like wider, you know, like
Dissonance.
wider voicings and like having that type of dissonance and stuff in there. So yeah,
I'm not a big chord nerd, but I know what dissonance means.
I wish I was more of a chord nerd.
so like every riff in Out of Mind is basically based off those chords, like the root 5th, 9th chord. So it's like the verse.
Fuck, should I go soft too?
Oh no, I was just demoing the chords. So yeah, the verse, like I guess the idea with that song was literally to base. Oh, my dad's at the Jets game. Nice. My dad has 3rd row seats behind the Jets bench.
Nice.
Oh, Bruce. What's going on, buddy?
Jets better win.
Never use band mix to
Second
find.
intermission.
Jeff, I have not heard of band mix. That's actually cool. What is that? You should tell us about it. Youngling's my main beer. Oh, Youngling's great, dude.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
I've
Youngling's
never
not
tried
bad.
it.
You'd like it actually.
In Texas, I gotta go to Texas.
They have Youngling here.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
Do
it's
they?
just expensive because everything in Canada is just expensive and
Yeah.
stupid because it's imported.
I stick to
Right.
the PBR.
Yeah, yeah,
It's cheap.
yeah. It's cheap and it's easy to drink.
Gets the job done.
Yeah, the idea with Out of Mind specifically was like to. I know we were just talking about like not sitting down like I'm gonna write a song like this, but I just kind of found those chords and it was like, you know, it'd be cool to just basically base the whole song off those types of voicings and do different variations of them. So
Fuck, that sounds nice.
a lot
All
with
the
the
effects on.
the chorus too. Oh wait, hang on, hold on. Gotta get the stereo cab going here.
Whoa. Nice.
Sorry, I just wanted to flip to the
Nice.
stereo. When you run the head in stereo, one of the cabs actually will do like the left right, so it has like a couple milliseconds of delay left to right.
Oh, yeah.
So it
That
just makes it sound wider.
sounds super wide.
But yeah, that was it. So that kind of translated into the chorus riff, which was the. I'll turn all the stuff off. Yeah, so like it was, I don't know, a couple different variations just of the same progression there. But love chords, been messing with them a lot lately for the animates. Yeah, man. So yeah, do you want to play like the chorus? Like
Sure.
So yeah, like the I guess like
Sing
it
it,
was
Bob.
again same kind of
It's too high.
sing it.
Maybe I'll sing it falsetto.
So yeah, it was kind of a cool groove there, and like wanted to make a lead that kind of like fit in with that rhythmically. But like yeah, I don't know, like taking the root of it, like even same thing with like fog and bits or installed, but it's like taking kind of like the root progression idea and just kind of adding layers as you go and like different interpretations of it, and that kind of gives the song a little bit more context, I think, than just throwing like a bunch of riffs out there. Like when you find
Yeah.
like that motif or that chord progression that you like, you know, kind of seeing as much as you can get out of that
Yeah,
to
like
kind of
that
give everything
specific.
that yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to play the chorus riff?
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Into like the little bridge riff. Play. That's sick. Fuck. That means I have to play this lead properly. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor shred all day, just
Nice. Fuck yeah.
stupid tapping stuff.
How about the fucking...
Adding layers, you mean acquiring mass.
Yes.
Charles, you've had so many good quotes tonight.
Yes,
That's what I'm going to call it when we're
mass.
adding layers to parse sounds. Is that part going to acquire some mass?
Acquire some mass. I like that.
It's gone up. It's gone up
yeah.
3% since the start of this.
That's sweet that you learned that on guitar. That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Goodness.
Yeah, so I don't know. That was a fun song. Just like kind of experimenting on like taking, like basically one or two really simple root ideas and trying to turn it into to different interpretations of that and filling it out.
And then singing falsetto in my head, and then realizing that it's actually super high, and I gotta sing that high at full volume. But
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that was a good
nice.
one.
That was
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, that was a cool one too. Because like lyrically, you wrote the lyrics for the verse, but I wrote the melodies for the verse, and then I wrote the lyrics for the chorus, but you wrote the melodies for the chorus. So
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
like
a flip flop
kind
kind
of
of deal
perfect.
there. And then
Collab.
yeah, it's
Word
cool.
of the night, eh? Collab.
Collab.
Well, it's cool because like think about it, it's like we've all wrote vocal parts and music parts and everything and like together as well. So yeah, I don't know. And a lot of those parts I would not have thought of on my own, or you wouldn't have thought of on your own, or you wouldn't have thought of on your own.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
having everybody in the room to kind of like bounce as we're tracking, like hanging out, be like, oh, try this. And like I think the biggest thing is just like being open to trying stuff. And again, like whether it's like demo-itis or just you thinking that your idea is the best idea, it's like there's no harm in trying anything.
Yeah,
And I
try
think-
it once
Yeah.
at least, right? Like
Yeah, there's no harm.
at least hear someone else's point of view or someone else's idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even bridge the gap between the two if you
Yeah.
really had like
Yeah, it's
hard
easy.
set on something. But like I don't think we've ever had like a
A big
no or like a yes.
No.
It's
or
just
like
been
a big
that's dope,
argument
that's
about
dope.
something.
No,
Yeah, we
well,
haven't-
I think when you're writing, like it sounds dumb, but like, there's not really any pressure for us to make it a certain way. I think,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
we just have to try
For sure.
stuff, and that's the biggest thing in a band setting, at least, versus doing it on your own. Is like you know being willing to try people. Like hopefully you're with a group of people that are like minded, that you're willing to try each other's ideas, and that none of them seem like super jarring according to what you're trying to work on.
Yeah.
And and in that regard, there's like no reason not to try any of that. Like unless obviously you're in like a time crunch situation, it's like, okay, I gotta just makeshift this. But ideally, that's not the situation. And like if you're in a situation where you're writing for fun, which is hopefully what you should do, there's no reason to not just try different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Try different tunings.
Try different beers too.
It'll,
Try different beers. Yeah, what do we got going? for beers?
Leinenkugels, I've had some of those.
I've had
Those
some
are good.
Leinenkugels, yeah.
Hams.
Summit.
Oh, okay.
Surly. I've been
Surly,
to
I've
the
had.
brewery.
Yeah, I
had
think I've done New
New
Glarus.
Glarus.
That sounds cool, but I haven't had that.
New Glarus.
Grain Bill Northeast was my jam. Dude, yeah, you're like enlightening me on a lot of these beers. I don't really know what they are.
Food Ninja.
Collab,
There
like a flaming Dr. Pepper. What?
The Flaming Mo.
Pretty much tell me either Jaeger or Tito's or Red Bull, but I decided to drink nowadays because let's go. Dude, I can't think of the last time I drank a vodka Red Bull.
At the
Bro,
bar.
yeah,
At the
somewhere.
bar when I was like
Yeah,
20.
which
Yeah.
bar? I don't know.
Fucking the OC. The OC.
Oh man, I saw so many
The
fights at the
2000.
OC.
2008
That was such a greasy place.
Area.
It's like
area.
you pull up on there any night of the week and some dude's just like
So
beating some
terrible.
other dude in his car like,
Yeah,
for
just get-
something. Like,
get totally
you guys
jumped.
remember that place on Pembina? It's
Just get
just
jumped
so
in the parking
bad.
lot.
It's like,
Bullshit. Yeah.
yeah,
I got jumped in the parking lot at the OC.
for no reason probably.
No reason. I was walking back to my car. I just got jumped. It's like,
Yeah,
what
it
the fuck?
sounds about right. It was like the university bar. So it was like, yeah, back in the day when
Oh yeah, it was a
They were
university bar.
18 or 19 or 20. Just
area. I forgot about area nightclub. man.
completely
Holy crap.
boozed.
Cowboys, still
Yeah.
a thing.
Totally.
Cowboys.
Rob's favorite place.
Love
Just
it.
kidding.
Cowboys. I will say, man, Cowboys.
kidding.
We
Cowboys
gotta
is
play emo night there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brady.
that'd be funny.
Brady
We're
plays it
fucking
all the
emo
time.
now.
Like sells out. Like Brady from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like plays emo night with this band all the time, and it's like he's like,
Nice.
man, it sells
What do
out
they
every
play?
time we
Like,
do
what
it.
songs do they play?
They play like pop punk covers, like I don't know, like
Blink.
early 2000s, like Fall Out Boy and Blink stuff.
Oh,
and like,
we should do that.
yeah, it'd be fun. But I will say, sorry, what I was going to say is Cowboys is like actually a super nice building and like has a really good system.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
for
it-
sure.
It's
Yeah.
it's a really nice facility. Like my dad played there with Street Heart a couple times, and I saw it, and I was like, "This is great. It's like
Nice.
a good place for rock shows." I was surprised that it never really got used for that, but
Yeah.
Same
I
with
think
the other
I've
one.
been to a
What's
show
the
there
other
ever.
one? The Transcona one?
Rum
the
Jungle.
Spike.
No, not the Spike. The Canadians Transcona. It's like Nashville's or something like that.
Oh yeah.
We saw it Street
Yeah,
Heart
yeah.
there one
What
time,
was it?
too.
It was Nashville's, and then it was something else. But
My bar.
my bar,
The Oak, I think it is now.
Oh.
the Oak. That's what it is. Yeah, like on region to
Yeah.
Why are we talking about fucking
Winnipeg.
Canadians bars?
Winnipeg nightclubs.
Because he saw friggin' what's his name?
Street
Buy
Heart.
me a soda there.
Go me a soda, Kim Mitchell.
He saw, didn't Kim Mitchell play there like a few years ago?
Oh,
Really?
Most
I would be
definitely.
really disappointed if I
I
missed
think he
that.
did.
I don't know if he did.
I
That
thought
would
he
be
did.
sick.
Maybe I'm just fucking it up.
That'd be awesome.
Some other 80s band.
Or your Trent. Tell Nine Inch Nails what to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Trent Reznor. Nine Inch Nails makes me sad. Just makes me feel like
best
I'm in,
bars are
like-
basement bars. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the Cavern.
Like the
Cavern.
the
Yeah.
Cavern.
Aussies.
Cavern was a really good one.
Aussies.
Yeah,
The basement of the Pemby.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, the basement of the Pemby.
Go for a
Jeez.
soda. The zoo,
down there
Aussies.
once.
Yeah, man, I wonder what they're going to turn that strip into. We're just going into Winnipeg talk here, so no one really cares. But it's like,
Oh, yeah,
I wonder.
sure, yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, the zoo was like a really divey. It was like the epitome of like a greasy, divey rock bar. But it was fun, man. Like
That's
there-
where we got our start.
It's our
real,
propaganda and
really.
just like play it all the time.
Yeah, that was the
growing
spot. Like, yeah, like with you guys, like anyone watching, like what was like the super shitty venue that everyone hated on that you always had a good time at no matter what.
Yeah.
like every time.
And they sold
like-
cheap or at least relatively priced beer.
The zoo is that the Assiniboine Park Zoo? It's not it. Yeah, cheap or reasonably priced. It was the 250 Molson's at Aussies.
I remember they had those big Coronas for like $6 or something.
Yeah,
And I would always bring one of those on stage. That would last the whole set.
and then it would be flat by the time you were done.
Yeah, no, I'd finish it before the end.
That's awesome. Red Dog in Peterborough. Red Dog sounds like a bar that I would like to go to just with me. Royal Albert, dude.
Pete's.
Yeah, Chris. Royal Albert.
Go Pete's.
Yeah. Chris, are you going to the Comeback Kid show at the Royal Albert? Wait.
Yeah.
This bar has free popcorn.
Big guys.
I will drink a keg. Yeah, exactly. The park can't like 2 feet from your head. Yeah, exactly. Literally at the zoo. And they had like the super, super, super hot Parkan lights. Yeah, I remember that. I remember
yeah.
just sweating like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the carpeted stage too. It was like something is going to burn here. Really bad.
Yeah.
Dirtiest carpet around.
Good
Yeah,
times, though.
Absolutely. Dirtiest carpet around the zoo. Yeah, think about how
Oh,
many
yeah,
horrible
just-
spells happened there.
That's
Just
dirty.
friggin'
Behind
terrible.
the side stage, behind the fucking
Yeah.
thing.
As the episode progresses, our F bombs just
Yeah.
Oh no,
There
it's
might be a few more fuckings here and there.
that happens. No, it's funny. I was doing it to Derek. He's like, I just can't swear because my kids watch, but you could swear. I was like, oh, I'll still try not to. But it's fine.
that's funny.
Um,
Saw Comeback at the Garrick in 2000ish. Nice. Oh yeah.
Nice,
I'm pretty sure I was probably at that one too.
nice.
Rob definitely was.
2005, I think, was my first time I saw Comeback Kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
like right around
And
there.
that must have been like
At
right
the
when
Garrick.
it came out. Then.
Yeah.
Red Dog's so bad the bathrooms haven't been cleaned since I was in high school, and the basement is also green.
Oh.
The ceiling is falling in. Segue for next week. Yeah, we're gonna have actually.
Volition. Oh,
We're,
yeah.
we are playing with. We don't talk a bit about that. We're actually playing with Comeback Kid next week, and
Yeah.
those dudes are going to be here next week at the Gear and Beer thing. You're going to come hang out. You can come hang out too if you want.
Cool. I'll come hang out and give you the
out.
finger in the background.
Yeah. But the Comeback Kid boys are going to come down here next week. I think Jeremy and Andrew are going to come down, and yeah, we're actually playing a show with them next Friday.
Yeah,
at the
that's
Park Theater, which will be
fucking super cool.
Higherlows first show, which
It's
is
literally next Friday. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm
that
like, no, it's still like, yeah, no, we still got time.
in my head, it's like
It's
oh,
like
in a
now we
month.
got
It's
two-
like,
two
no.
weeks.
Where you
No,
know
like,
it's gonna be
No, it's next
the morning of, and we're
Yeah.
gonna be
I'm gonna be scrambling.
scrambling.
But yeah,
pants.
it's sweet because yeah, we've been working with those dudes at Rev. We're actually building them. You didn't hear it here, but we'll post the pictures. But we're actually building Comeback Kids some 6x12 cabs. So they're gonna come pick them up, but they're gonna come down and hang out on the stream next week, and we'll talk a bit about what they're doing and their new album and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
the new album's awesome. But yeah, you guys talk about that.
Oh yeah, Heavy Steps.
week.
Yeah.
Heavy Steps.
We'll have them.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Heavy Steps. And Jeremy actually shot the playthrough for Heavy Steps here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and Andrew I think wants to get it and shoot one as well. But yeah, it's really cool to be able to like Comeback Kid obviously is a band that a lot of people here will know or like internationally will know, but like they grew up like in rural Manitoba, like outside of Winnipeg. So it's like it's just crazy to see how far those dudes have come, and like like Dorian knows them quite well. And it's funny, Medi, who builds pedals here, like her husband used to be in Figure 4. So like Andrew and Jeremy were like in their wedding party and stuff. So there's like a lot of history with those guys, like with Rev
world.
and with us. So it's really cool to be able to like have our first show, not only with them, but like we've the Park Theater's a venue we've played at with other bands so many times. It's just like really really cool to be able to do that.
stoked.
So yeah, we'll have those dudes out here next week, talk a bit about that, talk about their new stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Trying to think the last time we played a show. What was the last show you guys saw? Have you guys been going to shows
Yeah.
recently
Yeah.
where you're at? We're just recently like being able to have kind of full cap shows again. What was the last show you guys went to?
Yeah.
I think my friend Riley promoted a show that Comeback Kid played here a few years ago. Nice dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, we found out we were on the Comeback Kid show after it sold out, so we'd literally
Yeah. Oh, Tynan, what's up, dude?
yeah, Tynan.
Tynan's my friend Brendan's brother. Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Dude, yeah, we'll we'll see what we can do. Like, it was funny because I literally asked Corey, and he's like, we oversold it. He's like, we're gonna probably run into some capacity issues. I was like, oh damn.
Get there early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not he didn't actually say that, but he's like, yeah, it's oversold. So I was like, oh fuck, that sucks. It's kind of like
That's crazy.
on a plane. It's like, how do you sell more seats than are on
Yeah.
the plane?
Yeah. Thinking
Yeah, it's
that-
like when
How
I
does
was
that work?
when I was in grade
People
8,
aren't
they
gonna show up or
overbooked Camp Stevens. They like overbooked
Like a
it.
full
So
summer camp?
yeah, they overbooked it, so they had to send us grade 9s on a canoe trip to another island, and we had to eat like just spam and like shitty click and stuff. It just sucked.
Couldn't catch any
Like,
fish.
we were like starving, like we just paddled like 3 hours when we were in grade 9.
Here, have some nutrients here so you
and then
can't
we
get
get,
spam.
we get like some animal crackers and
Processed
yeah,
meat.
it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
crazy.
That's hilarious.
This is nuts. It was like the worst camp experience. But I mean, like,
I will say I did Camp Stevens as a kid for a few years and it was sick.
I sound like such a city kid right now.
Never went.
Zach from Fox Lake was my CIT because he's like a couple years older than me, so he was like the counselor in training.
He was in
and our
charge of you.
counselor.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was actually how Zach and I met.
That's funny.
So Fox Lake is oh Dario, what's up, dude? Fox
What's up,
Lake
man?
Fox Lake is like a really sick math rock band from Winnipeg, and we're good friends with those guys. But I met their guitar player Zach when I was in like 6th grade at summer camp, and yeah, we played. I remember we played a Killswitch Engage song at like the camp talent show.
Nice. Yeah.
It was
Nice.
it was sick. Through like a crate combo amp with no distortion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it was
so
it
good.
was horrible.
Just instrumental, just like the
but
two of
we
yous?
had fun.
20 water.
Yeah. Cancer Bass was one of the first shows I went to locally. Nice dude. Are they? Oh, I feel stupid. They're Ontario based, right?
Yeah,
I think they're the Red Dog too. So you guys, thanks, man. Yeah, we
Cool.
EFAB played with them
Manitoba Metal Fest.
at Metal Fest. Yeah, Manitoba Metal Fest,
That's
which
2018 or something.
yeah, which
Yeah.
Corey Thomas. So
17 maybe?
big,
Probably
big,
18.
big shout out to Corey
Oh yeah,
Thomas.
Corey put
Yeah,
He's
Corey is like
Fuck yeah.
probably the main. I was going to say one of the main, but like probably the main promoter in Winnipeg for heavy music and rock music, and he's been doing it independently
He's
for.
the name you hear the most, that's for sure.
Yeah, he brings everyone in, and he's always just so pumped to bring bands here. Like he loves it, and he's been doing it forever, independently, and like like that dude has taken so many shows out of pocket just to make it happen, just because he wants to get the show going on, and like now he's been doing in-house booking for the past while for like the Park Theater, and like has been killing it for so long, but like just the most dedicated dude, like he's made so much happen for Winnipeg like heavy music. So huge shout out to
Cool.
Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dario. Oh, Tynan, you know Dario too. What's up? Apparently you live around the corner. Yeah, Dario's saying he lives around the corner from me. We got to get together. Dario plays in a band
jam.
with Tristan from Quest called Super Effects. They're like a video game kind of like cover band.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Super sick.
Like Anna Managuchi.
I don't know what that
Yeah. That's pretty
I
sick.
don't know. It's like they write like video game style music.
is. Nice.
I only know that one song,
Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah, that song's very good.
Nice. I guess quickly we're obviously kind of going along, but I was just gonna talk about like gear stuff. Like I didn't realize you put that bass together. So like what do you like to use for your Paul?
Well, for gear, I have this precision bass, but I also have a Dingwall that I really love and have a tough time choosing which one I like better a lot of the time. But with this one, during the pandemic, I really got into modding and just stripping down my guitars and just seeing the guts of them basically, and like rearranging them and organizing, switching out potentiometers, switching out capacitors, just got right into it. And yeah, I ended up buying this neck, which is a 74 jazz bass neck, and then got this body off Amazon and painted it with some auto paint. And
Nice.
yeah,
Looks
I
sick.
always wanted like a brown kind of P bass.
Like-
My first bass was a Hammer Slammer, or a
P-bass.
Hamer Slammer P bass, just an awful P bass, but I mean it
Did the job.
did the job at the time.
I
So
think
that kind
I
of
think I had a Slammer too. Slammer was like the offshoot of Hamer.
yeah, it was like
Slammer?
it was
Slammer.
it was the Squire.
One M.
It was the Squire of Hamer, you know, like
The
Slammer.
Squire.
Yeah.
Slammer.
But anyway,
Slammer.
yeah, that was my first bass, and sold it, and then I had an Ernie Ball, and still have. But yeah,
You didn't. That wasn't the one that you traded for the Sterling or the.
yeah, well, yeah, I traded my Ernie Ball for the Sterling. Yeah,
I didn't know you had that for that long.
yeah.
Oh, that's almost sad.
Nah, it's
Sterling's nice though.
It's super nice. I just like the little. It has the same kind of neck profile as this, and
Thinner,
a
at
smaller
the,
body.
Thinner at the nut.
It's a lot less heavy, and yeah, I don't know. I just like it better, for sure. But yeah,
You kind of like the Fender style thing where it's like a little bit thinner around here, like around the nut.
yeah. The jazz bass necks are thinner than at the nut than precision bass necks, and just with my 5-string Dingwall, it kind of mimics the same string spacing, kind of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, I just really got into modding guitars and
Yeah.
modded a few Strats as well. And yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely, it
Gotta
was
get-
a fun way to.
get Brendan to use one of your Strats at the show actually. For like
Yeah,
a
he
split
definitely
class
can.
stuff.
Yeah, he also has that Tom DeLonge signature Strat.
It's funny. Him and Derek are the only. Brendan has the same single humbucker Tom DeLonge Strat that Derek has, like the exact same.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
The only
Those
two
things,
I've seen.
those
Yeah.
things go for a lot of money now. I
dude,
didn't realize.
I never played it because like I always saw it on Derek's
Even though they're
wall.
Mexican Strats, they go for like
Yeah.
above $2,000.
Derek has an American one. I don't know if it's discontinued
really?
or not. Is it discontinued or is it American? He told me it was American. He might have just been wrong.
I thought all those
Maybe.
artist models, like the Mark Hoppus basses and the Tom DeLonge Strats, were Mexican, but I could be totally wrong. too.
You're probably right, to be honest. Does it just have like the Seymour Duncan Invader?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure the same one. But I remember like picking because I just saw it on the wall and like just assumed it was like whatever. And I picked it up and I was like, shit, this thing actually feels like super good. It does like one sound, but
See,
you
all
know,
the small things,
it-
music video, guitar, just
The classic.
puts you on it.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1999
And green,
Strat.
orange guitars.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you play for guitars? You had that EC 1000
Yeah, I had a LTD, or I guess I still have it, EC 1000.
with one bridge pickup currently.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I had it for, 12, 13 years-ish, and then it just started giving me heavy static, and
Yeah.
Paul actually took a look at it and just said it was fucked, so.
Yeah, I tried swapping the pickups, and it was just giving me the same issue
Yeah.
no matter what.
What was
where
it?
I
An
moved
EMG 81? Like, is that normal?
AMG
Does that
81.
happen?
You would have had an 81 in the neck if it was stock, yeah.
Did they just fuck up after 15 years? or-
No, but I mean, you know,
I
15
fuck it up. I'm
yeah,
sometimes too
well,
hard.
Sometimes, yeah, it's just
I don't know.
electronics, man. They
Yeah,
just
happens.
sometimes
Yeah.
stuff just
They
goes
just
like
crack
the amount of anomalies that we run into in the shop where like even Dan sometimes is like,
yeah, Mexican
there's no
fenders
explanation for this. Yeah,
Mexican fenders are pretty fucking good sometimes. I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I will say, yeah, like even, you know, I feel like they're
A lot of the time, there's not much of a difference. I find,
the
but I
hard-
mean, like
it's
I'm also
I
not
haven't
like
played enough
an avid
Mexican
guitar player. I'm
fenders.
more of a bass guy.
I will say like the biggest difference I noticed with like American instruments versus offshore is always hardware.
It's
and-
mainly
and
the hard-
pickups.
yeah, hardware
like
and-
the bodies and necks is
the innards of it.
Yeah, 100%. And like I remember my dad had a Squire classic vibe telly that he bought, and he's just like, this neck and body sound amazing. I'm gonna put better stuff on it. And then he got it and put like Duncan's in it and put American Fender hardware on it and brought it in. He's like, "Kate, don't look at what I'm giving you. I'm gonna give you 3 guitars and just like a classic Jake blind."
Oh,
test."
yeah,
I'm
blindfold
sure he's
test.
done. I'm sure he's done this with you many times. It's like, okay, don't
I've never
All
experienced
right,
a
so
Jake
tell me what
blindfold
sounds
test.
better.
I kind of want to though.
He does that to me so much. He's like, I'm not gonna tell you what's what. Just tell me what you like. It's like, okay, cool. But he like, I didn't even know that was one of the guitars, and he's like, well, when do you think's the American? And I'm like, that. And he's like, that's the fucking Squire. And I was like, oh man. Like, it was like, it just felt and sounded so good. Like,
Nice.
and it's, you know, it was funny. We were talking too about that video too last time, Alex, where it's like the guy who like literally experiments to the nth degree, like what actually makes your tone in a guitar, to the point where he has like
Oh, yeah,
the
I saw
strings
that
on the
too.
table with the pickup, and it's
Yeah.
like electronics make a lot of difference, man, and like
The
hardware. and stuff.
pickup's huge, man.
Obviously, like a good piece of wood will feel really good and like inspire you to play. And will feel better for you to play, but in terms of like the sonic mechanics of an electric instrument, it's like so much of the electronics and the placement of those electronics.
I like the way he broke down
Everything,
that video. I forget what you'd have to search to find that video, but
You know the one I'm talking about?
yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. That dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't even think. It's literally like I'm sure honestly, if you went into YouTube and just Googled like does tone, I think it was like does tone would actually make a difference? Like we're finally debunking it or whatever.
Right.
And, like I actually sent that to my dad, and I feel like people in the stream may know who my dad is, but because he's been on the stream and talked about it. But he's a guitar tech, and he's like very in depth.
In tune.
Yeah, very in depth with a lot of the stuff. And I sent it to him, and he's like, I don't think I could have explained that better. He's like, this guy actually like nailed it, like down to like troubleshooting every possible variable that you could that actually makes sense. And it's like, can't really deny when he has literally 2 tables with strings and a pickup that he's strumming that sound the same as his Tom Anderson. That it, you know,
Yeah,
like,
right.
it's pretty cranzy. How's that Rev compared to the Randalls? I don't know if that's a solid state Randall or not, Tynan. I do find the Randalls are like really gainy. Not in a bad way. Like they're great for like the heavier tones, but the rev stuff, like it's for me, it's all just like the clarity in the gain. Like even when you're playing heavier stuff, like even when I'm doing that, you can hear all the notes and everything, and the way
every string.
yeah, the way it's voiced. Like this, it's heavy and it's aggressive, but the amount of clarity that you get with everything, and I find the Randalls aren't like that specifically, but I don't think they're intended to be. Like I think they're meant to be a little bit grimier and heavier, like they kind of serve a different purpose. You can definitely get there with this. You can get there, but the name of the game with the rev stuff is for sure like the clarity within that.
That sounds
Chunky. Something. A couple Randall Fortin. Those ones are super. Yeah, the Fortin stuff is great. Yeah, any of the Fortin modded stuff I've tried is awesome. Yeah. Anybody have any? Sorry, I guess we kind of dived into tone a little bit, but yeah.
No, good.
Would you say
Dive
like
in.
are you like a? I mean, I know the answer to this, but like in terms of bass tones, like I feel like you kind of like in between a P bass sound and like a Music Man sound.
Yeah, and I did buy that Dingwall off of your dad, and he modded the absolute shit out of it.
Yes.
It's like insane. I don't even want to try to explain it right now because it's like
It does
it's actually
it does
shit.
too many things.
I wish I brought it now so I could kind of like show you guys, but it's like pretty insane. He moved the counting. Okay, there's not even a point of me trying to explain it.
It has.
It's like,
You look at it and you're just like, I don't know where to start with this. But he did make
Yeah, it's
one
dope.
switch that it bypasses all of that and just goes to like the stock configuration on it.
yeah. Long story short, I can kind of get like any bass tone I want almost out of it. Like I can get a jazz tone, I can get a P bass tone, I can get whatever a nollie tone, right? Like
Yeah.
that really grindy tone.
Yeah.
I think good thing about the Dingwalls, like obviously the extended range you get with the low strings.
Like the even tension on all the strings and
The even tension, yeah, it's kind of like a grand piano, right? When you open it up, and you see the thicker strings are longer than the thinner strings, and yeah, it just makes sense totally. And you can feel the tension and just feel, I don't know,
it's
it's
a different
definitely-
beast, man. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool bass.
I think sonically, like it has a very specific sound which really suits what we're doing because it just has that really like tight, clear, like low mid kind of character, like just the natural sound of the string at that size has so much clarity.
Yeah, it's true.
Like before you and we were just talking about how like electronics make all the difference, but it's like if,
Well,
not to
sounds
contradict
like
that, but like
everything.
but string tension definitely does make a difference, and not to be like, bro, it's your string gauge, but like it does make a difference in terms of like the physics of the vibration that you're getting, and when you have
Oh, for
that, it's
sure.
like just the natural tonality that you get out of that, like aggression wise off the hop, is just so sick.
yeah, for sure.
Do you know offhand if you guys were able to? I know. So sorry. Yeah, Robbie Janelle did look into that. It looks like it was ordered. Sorry, I meant to get back to you on this. It was ordered through corporate, so it is kind of just on a mass PO. So I can't say specifically which amplifier yours is out of the ones that we're shipping. So I'll probably just ship you a set if that's cool with you, and we can just send them out to you. Like it's no problem. But once the amp gets to you, let me know and we can sort that out, and I'll get you some KT88s. We did like the tube comparison last week, and a bunch of people,
Yeah, I was watching.
including myself, really dug this one combination. And then we had like 3 people email the next day, be like, "Can I update my order to have those tubes?" It's
Oh, yeah?
yeah. But
Cool.
it was a 6L6. That amp actually has it in there right now. It's a 6L6 KT88 split.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a real nice split. Yeah, sorry, dude. I checked and basically we have just like a mass order with the quantities, but it doesn't say on our end what stores those are going to, just because Long and McQuaid distributes their own stuff. But yeah, just let me know when you get it, and we can get you sorted out. I can advise you on how to bias it. It's super easy to do. So yeah, cool. Yeah, anything you guys want to chat about? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us.
Hope you
Yeah,
guys
it was
had
fun.
fun. I know-
I'd be down to do this again anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime you
absolutely.
need.
I was gonna say like once we get the stuff going, it would be cool to actually try to do like a live set here, but that like
That'd be
Manny's like, yeah, no.
Oh no, I'd be into it. Let's make it happen.
But
That'd be
once
sick.
we can get a good drum miking system going on, yeah, it would be cool to do like some live shows here. But yeah, thanks for coming. I know.
Do a tiny desk concert.
Yeah, as I was saying, I know it's more just like talking and hanging out than anything, not really a lot of playing. But yeah,
No, it was sweet. We played a couple riffs.
yeah,
but,
we could.
You know,
You want
good
to play
times.
through Fog before we
Yeah, we could.
sign her out? Might as
Close
well
it off
play
with
something.
that or
Yeah, might
something.
as well play a tune for you. I'll tune back down to Dad God, down a half step.
I'll just
Yeah,
double check.
and yeah, if you guys have any questions, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm
Yeah.
done my beer, but
If you guys got any questions for the boys before we head out, let me know. Otherwise, Rob will be back next week. Paul will come hang out as well. You guys trading off, actually, to be honest. Probably we'll just get to switching out halfway through. But we'll be back with the Comeback Kid boys next week, talking about their new release, talking about their tour coming up, talking about the cabs we're building for them, and also about the show that we're going to play with them at the Park Theater.
fuck yeah.
Jets are down 2-1. Oh no.
No, damn it.
The Jets.
Damn it. Thanks,
Yeah, good
George.
chilling, Robbie.
Yeah, good chilling, man.
Thanks for chilling with us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging
Thanks
out.
for coming and hanging.
It's awesome seeing it on this side of things instead of at home on my couch watching YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah,
Should be good.
we're watched a lot of podcasts, but never participated. So here we go.
We were actually thinking about
Popping the
like,
cherry.
it'd be cool to actually nice. It would be cool to actually like upload these as like listenable podcasts. I can listen back and just see how stupid I sound. But
Yeah, do the playback and
Yeah.
the self judgment.
wicked.
I was saying we got to come up with some funny like shticks or like
Yeah, we
you
need
know
like a
gimmicks.
Yeah.
You know,
we
games we could play,
Yeah.
trivia.
Trivia
Or something.
Guess
Trivia,
this
trivia.
riff.
We could also just like gradually, we could like play tic-tac-toe games at the same time or something stupid.
Do a best of the worst and listen to the 3 horrible songs and then rate the best one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Man, you have good ideas. Why don't we have you back on the stream before? That sounds amazing.
Paul's coming back in 2 weeks.
Plus coming back. No, you guys should both come back
I'll
next
bring-
week, and we'll just do that. We'll just
I'll
put
bring 3 shitty songs.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone
Nice.
bring 3
And
shitty songs
they're
from Catatonic
they're
Youth.
all early 2000s metalcore songs.
Okay, I gotta dig
Oh.
deep. No way. That's sick. That shit's sick.
Nice. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're gonna play through a little bit of our song "Fog," which we have a music video coming out for on Friday, and you didn't hear
Yeah.
it here first. But hey, there's a music video coming out on Friday. Cool, sounds
Check
good.
it out.
Sick. Yeah, hell yeah, Robbie. Let's fucking go, buddy.
Let's go. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Oh,
tuning
yeah.
in,
Thanks.
and we'll be back next week with the Comeback Kid dudes. Make sure to come hang out. We'll see you then.
Hell yeah, guys. See
you
you later.
guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Later.
This is the part where they wait to hit the end broadcast and just see how many awkward things we'll say.
Peace.
And also make noises. Oh, yeah, yeah, Rob's doing the bends. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you can hit it now. Okay.
All right.
Okay, now.